Hello and welcome back to Misplaced Memories, the show in which I sometimes do on my weekly schedule. Today's episode is about recapping the progress that my mind journal is. It's about how my memory is doing after having done this project for about 2 months. So, before we get to that, you might notice that the camera angle is a bit different today. And that's because I actually got a desk, finally. I've been living in this apartment for almost 2 years now, and I had not had a desk until just now. Another fun fact, because of this desk, I can safely record these videos without wearing pants, which is a lot more comfortable for me and a lot less comfortable for you. Back to the actual topic of the week, my memory. It seems to be improving a little bit, even though I'm not getting these episodes out when I would like to be getting them out. It's not because I'm forgetting, it's because just other shit's getting in the way. But my memory itself is actually not that bad. The last couple months I can recall almost as well as a normally functioning adult. And the time before that, I can even get little bits and pieces here and there that I previously could not, which is good. So let's tell you a story. You want to do story time, internet fans, all thousands and millions and large numbers of you people that watch my show every week. Let's do story time. So, as you are already aware, there was a period of time when I just lived only with my father. And during the winter one year, I think I was about 13 or so, we went on a vacation, which was actually not very common for our family because we didn't have the money to go on regular yearly vacations, but this one we did. So we went to some small town in Maine. I, of course, don't remember the name of the town. That would be asking way too much. But it was a cute town. It was all snowy and shit, right by the ocean. And it was like one of those really weird small towns that you only see in like paintings and shit, where all the roads aren't really tar or asphalt or whatever the fuck they're made out of these days, but they were paved with bricks. And there weren't that many cars about in the town center. Most of the cars were stuck out on the surrounding area of the town. And we went there, I think it was, it had to have been mid to late December when I was 13, because we attended the yearly Christmas festival, which was actually pretty nice. As I said, it was right on the ocean, this weird little town in Maine that I can't remember. And there was like a lighthouse in the town, outside of the town, in the town. However you qualify lighthouses locations, because they're watery areas. But they would let people go up to the top of the lighthouse during the Christmas time and look over the entire town. None of the buildings were taller than like 2 stories, except for like the hotel. Everything else was like built in the fucking 1700s or earlier. and it was all super tiny and shit. But yeah, from the top of the lighthouse, you could see the entire town. Like right in the middle, there was a tree that was at least as tall as a one-story building. It was a pretty big tree. I guess that wouldn't be a very big tree. It was a moderately sized tree. Trees get really big. It was a decently sized tree. And you could see it from the top of the lighthouse. And when it was getting later in the day, right before they would close off the lighthouse for visitors, because having people up there at night was definitely a health risk, right before they would close it down, it would get dark at around, I don't know, 6-ish at night, and they would light up the tree, and you could just see the lights twinkling, and yo, it was fucking beautiful, man. And that's the extent of the story. No real plot to it. Speaking of memories, let's move on to this week's question. Do you remember Cisco? As I recall, he liked to sing about them thongs.